Hey, it's Wayne Williams speaking of horses. Midwest Horse Fair 2024. A visit with Melissa Ashcraft right after this.
They are our family, and we only want the best for them. No standing water means clean, good tasting, algae-free, mosquito-free, and virus-free water. No risk of electric shock, no risk of fire from faulty wiring. Cool water in the summer, warm water in the winter. Water delivered fresh from the water supply at 50 degrees year-round. Drinking Post water.
Hey, it's Speaking of Horses. We're at the Midwest Horse Fair Madison, Wisconsin, and it is April 2024. My guests right now, we have Melissa Ashcraft, who does a lot of wonderful dressage, got some great Friesians, and her partner Nicole. And Nicole does Bon Cheval, which is a
Equine CBD company.
equine CBD. I knew I'd get that wrong, but we got it. So we'll start with Melissa. You're here at the Midwest Horse Fair. So how are you enjoying the horse fair, and what exactly are you doing here?
I'm loving the horse fair. This is our second year here. Last year we were the celebrity horses, and this year they brought us back to be a clinician. So I'm teaching people how to do tricks with their horses, such as like the Spanish walk and the lay down and the rear and sit and all that good stuff.
And you've got clinics every day of the horse fair.
Yeah.
And Transitions is your barn.
Yeah.
Now, if people want to get a hold of you, how do they contact you?
I have a strong Facebook page. It's Transitions Equestrian Center, but then you can also check out our website at transitionsequestriancenter.com. We do everything from dressage to reining to tricks to liberty, everything. It's kind of, you name it, we do it. We just don't have cows. We don't play with cows.
Well, now your background though too, you have done a lot of performing over your years with the Lipizans and the like. Just give us a brief rundown on that.
So when I was about 21 years old, I ran off and joined the horsey circus. So I traveled for about 6 years all over the world. I was the second in charge for the world famous Lipizan Stallion show. After that, I decided I was sick of washing 15 white horses a day, so I got into Friesians. So now I perform with mainly Andalusians and Friesians, and we travel all over, most of the U.S.
So when it comes to your training people how to do tricks and do various maneuvers with their horses, you've got a very storied, good background in doing that. That's
Yes. Yeah.
that's where I was
Yeah.
going.
And I do everything from a natural approach. I'm big into natural horsemanship and everything, so I just like everything a little bit softer and with more horse psychology. Instead of making them do it, I want them to want to do it. So.
As I heard a trainer one time say, my horse has always been able to do this maneuver because I have watched him do it for years in the pasture. The problem was it took me several years to figure out how to ask him. I just couldn't figure out how to ask him to do it. I knew he could do it, but I wasn't asking right.
Yeah. Usually we get in the way.
So Nicole, tell us about your business and how you partner with Melissa.
Well, my father owns a CBD company for people, and being best friends with Melissa, it comes with some perks. So we decided to kind of go and help the training horses with some of the CBD products. So we took human grade CBD. Everything that we use is human grade. We put it in either sugar cubes or treats, or we have some oil, and we're able to dose the horses to help them better, to think better, and to kind of take the edge off of any anxiety that they might be having.
Basically just relax them just enough that everything flows perfectly,
Exactly, yeah.
right?
Yeah, so it just kind of helps the trainers talk to the horses a little bit. I'm not a horse trainer, that's why she's she's with us.
And it's actually a company of horse people made for horses. We're most, when we started down this path, we figured out, as we're talking to all these different chemists and stuff, that most of the companies out there weren't even giving the right amount of dosages. Most of them were only giving 750 milligrams, where ours go up to like the highest is 6,000. Yeah, 6,000 milligrams. So it's a big difference. But what she was saying is like, it gives you a chance as a trainer to actually calm the horse down enough. They're not drugged. It's all natural, but it calms them down enough so that you can actually have a decent conversation with them. And then they're going to retain the information instead of being so, anxious through it all.
Right.
But then it's also helped. I have one of my performance horses used to have seizures. She hasn't had a seizure in 2 years. Ulcers. It won't cure the ulcers, but it will calm them down. Stress is a high, why.
Yeah, stress brings the ulcer to a head, so
exactly.
to speak. Yeah.
So it'll help with the ulcers, anxiety, stress, pain, inflammation, you name it. We've also got like a lot of sprays and salves. The salve we're in love with for people, so trust me. So if you guys are interested in that, you would go to www.boncheval.net.
Okay. And our transitions, how do they contact you at Transitions?
TransitionsEquestrianCenter.com, or we have a Facebook page for both businesses as well.
And you're right at the Indiana-Michigan line.
Yeah.
Portage?
LaPorte.
LaPorte.
Yeah.
I knew I'd get it wrong. LaPorte. Been there many times, but
Yeah. And Boncheval is out of Michigan City, which is the same basically area.
Right. So let me ask you one question. On a Facebook page and or a website, some of those pictures over the last few years that you have posted with your Friesians, and I think most of them were taken in the old Studebaker plant in South Bend, right?
Yes.
There were some fantastic pictures in the old Studebaker factory.
Yeah.
Are those still up, posted somewhere where
They
people
are,
can view?
and that was a huge honor to be able to do that. And it was kind of cool. We put the horses in the old Studebaker elevators to get them up to the top floor, which was absolutely terrifying because not all of the walls were there. So
Yeah, not everything's left of that factory, right?
No, so I'm glad that my stallions are good, because if one of them would have gotten loose, that would have been. And then in one of the shots, we're rearing directly, like right over that ledge. So.
Well,
but it was
unfortunately, I'm one of the few old enough to remember when they were producing Studebakers out of that plant. But matter of fact, I got to throw this in. I just saw a picture the other day, and I reposted it on Facebook. Rows of carriages in that plant before they built cars.
Really?
Studebaker actually built covered wagons, and they built chuck wagons. There's a guy out in California who's got an 1876 Studebaker chuck wagon restored. So they built all of those horse-drawn vehicles, and then the cars came along and they shifted into cars. But just those pictures have always impressed me that you had taken in the old Studebaker plant in South Bend.
And there's one that we kind of weren't supposed to do, but we did. We weren't supposed to touch the cars that were left, but we did. There's one that I haven't posted very much that I recently posted last year that I'm actually laying on a Studebaker car, and one of the stallions right here. And then there was another one that we were acting like we were fixing it. He was like giving me tools and stuff. So I haven't posted those yet. But
Well, Melissa, Nicole, thank you very much. Enjoy the Midwest Horse Fair. You are in the area. You can still come back on Sunday and watch clinics with Melissa. Or
12:30.
look them up. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay with us here on Speaking of Horses. More reports from the Midwest Horse Fair.